we're off. $8 p.m. Saturday, 4 hours before Easter. In the wormhole. And the entity is beset with this. Hope. Light over darkness. Spring. Why am I distorting so bad? I'm bringing my mic down live. Okay. That's what happens. It's my third attempt to do this. We roll a random location on Earth. This has been verified, witnessed by Mr. Blue Sky, Henrik. And next week we will feature his music. This is where the entity lands. When the entity lands on what chosen territory, something different happens. It does not go through its normal routine. It does not scan for a killer out of the minds of the populace. But it does scan for a treasure. What on this day, in this extreme, well, we don't know what territory exactly is being attacked, but maybe you could guess what people would be thinking about, what they value on this day, what their deepest treasure is, what their love is. Maybe you can guess. So it seems like the entity is not attacking. Point in the program where everyone has to decide if they're going to participate. Because we're going to spin a tier. So choose to be a hero, defend Earth, be a killer, or just hang out with me. You have until the end of the spin, which is right now. Okay, great tier. It's a little cold there right now, but a good tier to fight on. However, like I said before, the entity is not attacking. I'm trying to go fast. And I'm probably distorting. My mic is probably distorting. I don't even know anymore. You saw the entity land right about here. So the entity has to find the nearest unspoiled territory, or territory that it has not experienced yet. All the purple's been destroyed. The green has actually survived the entity. And we enter into the Democratic Republic of the Congo again for like the third time in 6 weeks. And we find a territory there. No lore. We don't get into the lore why there are territories surrounding fight organizations. What happened to our brains, I don't know. But it is called DC4, the Democratic Congo 4. We are in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Everyone. That's where we are. I don't have to roll 5% chance to survive. The entity has not attacked. Oh, shit. Sorry. Not monitoring the chat. Not monitoring the chat. We go to the Discord. Now, what is happening is the entity is installing a treasure. It usually installs a treasure in the Cosmic Vault, but today it is installing a treasure into this part of Africa. It is giving them what they love on Easter morning. What would that be? What does this highly Christian nation love? What does this highly Christian nation love? Answer in the chat. The reading part of the show. Jesus was born. He was born 4 BC. He was actually born before Christ. Until about AD 33. Also, he's referred to as Jesus Christmas. First century Jewish preacher and religious leader and Pokemon. What? He is the central figure of Christianity, the world's largest religion. Most Christian denominations believe Jesus to be the incarnation of God. After 40 days and nights of fasting in the wilderness, he began his own ministry. He engaged in healings. He taught his parables. He's the central figure of the Bible, by the way. He gathered followers. He started the slap fight. I think this has been tampered with by my nephew, among whom 12 were appointed as his chosen apostles. He was arrested in Jerusalem and tried by the Jewish authorities in Jerusalem, and he was turned over to the Roman government by them, and he was crucified on the order of Pontius Pilate, the Roman prefect of Judea and U.S. president. After his death, his followers became convinced that he rose from the dead, and following his ascension, the community that they formed eventually became the early Christian Church of Scientology. So, trying to go fast. It's going to be the longest show I've ever done. Direct correlation to how much marijuana. Okay. So the entity has not attacked, but it has installed a treasure. See? No, it did not install a castle, but it installed Jesus of Nazareth. In case you're paying attention. That territory is not corrupted. Nobody dies. And because of the influence of this new champion that they have. Not resurrected, but people don't really know that. Simulated. But we'll give them a plus 5% chance to survive when the entity attacks again. What the hell? Who knows? Thank you for watching. Hopefully this worked. Let me know in the chat. See you next time.